Hi, my name is Shane, and I will be taking you on a virtual field trip to Mono Lake in California. Mono Lake is right next to Yosemite Park and next to the Nevada border. Here is a close-up of Mono Lake. Mono Lake is next to the Basin Desert and the Sierra Nevada mountains. Abiotic factors. The most important abiotic factor in Mono Lake's ecosystem is the high salt content. In fact, Mono Lake contains over 280 million gallons of water. This makes the water alkaline. Which makes it opposite to acid. The salt content is very high for an average organism. The salinity of Mono Lake is 79.6 grams to the liter, and the ocean has 35 grams to the liter, so it has double the salinity of an ocean, so that is a lot. So somehow the organisms that live at Mono Lake can survive in this kind of environment. Scientists do not know how these organisms survive. The second most important abiotic factor in Mono Lake is the water. During the summer, a warm layer of water forms over Mono Lake, and when the fall weather comes, the water is chilled. As it cools, it gets denser. In the fall, the water gets dense enough to plunge to the bottom of the lake. This phenomenon, known as turnover. The force of the water brings nutrients to the surface, starting an algae bloom that establishes the base of the food web at Mono Lake. The biotic factors are blooms of planktonic and benthic algae create a green cast, and when brine fly are born, they feed off the algae's cast. The depth of Mono Lake the average is 57 feet, and the maximum it has gotten is 159 feet. As I said before, the salinity of the lake in 2008 was 79.6 grams to the liter. The type of animals that live in Mono Lake are alkaline flies and brine shrimp. The birds that fly over Mono Lake is the California gull and the Wilson's phalarope. Light is an essential factor of photosynthesis. It may also be a habitat factor. Sunlight is one of the most important abiotic factors for aquatic plants. Certain types of aquatic plants thrive under less intense or less frequent periods of sunlight, while other aquatic plant types need maximum exposure for survival. As water depth increases, sunlight is increasingly filtered out. Therefore, rooted plants or suspended plants near the floors of the rivers, ponds, and lakes thrive under less sunlight, whereas floating plants thrive under maximum exposure. Changes in temperature affect aquatic life. Temperature determines which organisms will thrive and which will die in numbers and size. For each organism, there is a thermal death point, which means that if the certain fish can stand in certain types of temperatures before they die, and it varies depending on which fish it is. Also, there is a range of temperature that makes it so that the fish will stay and live in that water and will reproduce and grow the species as it depends on the temperature of the water and how that happens. The temperature usually at Mono Lake is the daily average in August was 86.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lowest is 46 in August. So it was, yeah, hot. Very, very hot. So the models of Mono Lake suggest that by the end of this century, Mono Lake will likely experience a 15% decrease in annual stream flow. Earlier peak snowmelt runoff shifted from June to May, decreased, which will make a decreased occurrence of wet years and more frequent drought conditions. The study of this, the prediction / research of this was made by Santa Clara University. This concludes our virtual field trip, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.